Good morning, everyone. I wanted to show you the envelope album that I created for Christmas 2013. This is a gift for my mother that I'm trying to get off in the mail today so that she receives it for Halloween on her birthday. This is inspired by many of the envelope YouTube videos that I have seen for making these mini albums out of envelopes. The cardstock was all the single-sided cardstock with, I think it's Making Memories, one of those big thick pads, not double-sided because it doesn't take up as much space and it tends not to crack when you fold it over edges. I did all of my journaling on my computer and I just cut out the journaling blocks and adhere them. I did not use a lot of ephemera because I had so many pictures, over 200 pictures. I had to keep everything as flat as possible. Most of the YouTube videos do not have photos mounted, so these albums, once you start putting in your photos, do not hold up as well. So I don't know if I'll be doing one of these again, but I started it and had to finish it, so it is what it is. It is busting at the seams. So basically, I used the black envelopes that you can find, the card sets in all the craft stores, whether it's AC Moore, Hobby Lobby, or Michael's. They are smooth-sided, so a lot of the glues would not adhere. I used a lot of double-sided sticky, tacky back we call it, double-sided sheets. You can cut them down as well as tape runners. And I ended up having to use some of the wet glue, especially to hold down the Dynamo labels because they were popping up like crazy. So that was a little bit frustrating. But it's done. I don't like to have wet glue around photos. I divided up each section where the envelopes hold pullouts with flip cards by theme. Every year we go, for the past couple of years, we've met in Charlotte at a hotel so that everyone could get together in a large enough space. And then that way my husband and I were the only ones who had to travel, and my adult children didn't have to travel, especially with the grandbabies. This year we stayed at Doubletree, and it had a big suite, so with a big foyer and conference room table, so there was plenty of room for everybody, and the kids could run around, and we didn't have to worry about them. The first section is about Pinterest. My mother doesn't know what Pinterest is because she doesn't have access to the internet. She doesn't use a computer at all. So I wanted to explain to her where all my inspiration came from decorating the hotel room were from pin boards that I created on Pinterest. So I made some screenshots for her to show her where we got our inspiration for, whether it was the tree, decorating, or the gifts, in fact. We used a lot of the gag gifts and stuff, inspiration from Pinterest. So then the first section is actually the hotel. This was another tutorial for a flip out that you could use with two different envelopes. And these are the envelope flaps that create the doors. There is a magnetic catch in here. For our tree this year, I wanted something white. All the colors were red, black, and white, and snowman was a prevalent theme. And I found a white wedding arch. In Michael's, it worked out really well because it was flat, it carded well. It had its own lights. With a coupon, it was under $30, and it really was one of the better trees we've had for transporting with a hotel. In previous years, I have done tomato cages. I've done water bottle trees where we just stack the water bottles up and put the lights in between. We take the water bottles down and drink them while we're there, and then I don't have to cart the tree out. So this just shows the different photo mats that you can hide in the little flaps. There's one behind here that's created when you put these two together. Then for the rest of the mini album, you have the actual cards that come in the envelope packs, and you adhere them together and pull them out so that you have areas to put journaling or photos on either side. I did not do a lot of bulky ephemera. Most of the albums online, when they show them assembled, it's all kinds of buttons and beads and bows. I just didn't have room, and I wanted to keep it as flat as possible. each section has more of the cards that flip out, so you can mount your photos on either side. This is all about the stockings. Christmas Eve, we let the kids open up their stockings. Created a lot of upcycled gifts, fun gifts, making everything more personal. We have 2 grandbabies. I have a granddaughter coming this year. Another photo mat. This is all from Christmas Eve. Then Christmas Day begins, and this is one of the larger flip outs, and you have a cover flip open for some journaling. Then you have a band where you can slide in another double-sided photo mat. Then this opens and you have flips for many more photos. There's 8 more on each side. The nice part about having these pull-out flips is that you can look at your photos in any direction, and you don't have to worry about when you're printing them which direction they're going to as far as sliding them into, say, the pocket pages on a Project Life album. I kept some of the areas just plain and didn't attach another envelope because it was so thick. And as it goes along, each section is by theme. This section is a flip out for all the items that I sewed. I got a new sewing machine, and it was really fun to work with it. So I created a lot of personal gifts using my new sewing machine. Then because all my children are grown adults and I have grandbabies, the adults prefer to get gift cards, so I make it my mission to try to hide those gift cards and make it a little bit more fun to open them. So this is just general pictures of some of the gift cards and explaining to my mother what we did with them. Also, another annual joke is when you stop believing in Santa, you get underwear. So I tend to buy underwear for my kids. And then this year we did a couple of jokes with the underwear. This is called the Redneck Briefcase. Then we had a redneck dream catcher. Then I sew up wraps for all the guys. I use bar towels, and I just sew seams into the towels and then put in some toiletries for them, and a few gag gifts. I also try to make all of the food gifts more creative. Where it was a snowman theme, everything was carried through to look like snowmen. I create all of the printables on my PC, and then upcycle containers, whether these are iced tea containers, these are just protein containers with duct tape. These are called lemon bombs. That was another item on Pinterest. They are actually for cleaning and freshening your garbage disposals. More ways of hiding gift cards in toilet paper rolls. The gag gift behind this is to actually get the gift card out without unwrapping the entire toilet paper roll. Then we have a niece that lives out in California, so we Skype with them every year so they can open up their gifts with us, and I hand painted some gifts for them. With them some more gag gifts. And the last section is picking it all up and putting it away and trying to think about what next year's theme is going to be. And just a short note to my mother, hoping she enjoys her gift. And this year when she comes to be with us, it will inspire her to be excited about traveling. Thank you.